It's YouTube Wednesday! This YouTube Wednesday, I'm going to show you guys how I make the teeth plates on my deranged masks and on other stuff that I put them on. I'm getting a lot of requests to show people how to make deranged masks, and really I am, but it's kind of one piece at a time because this is quite a process. Making these teeth and gum sets, you need two different kinds of glue sticks. Hot glue sticks. The first kind you're going to need is a fabric glue stick. I happen to get these at Hobby Lobby. I know Joanne sells them. This is a pack of 12 and it was $3. They already come in a tooth color. If you don't want to get fabric glue sticks, any white glue stick will work. The other kind you're going to need is pink glue sticks. You can do it all in one kind of glue stick and then paint it later, but that kind of defeats the purpose. I really like it, the easiness of just getting pink glue sticks. I order my glue sticks from gluesticks.com, and I happen to get a 5-pound box of these at a time. I know they sell them in like 5 sticks and 10 sticks, and that might be more up your alley. But white and pink hot glue sticks. I'm going to make some plates that we're going to, dental plates, that we're going to attach the gums to. Basically, I'm just going to squeeze out a bit of pink hot glue about the size of the plate that teeth come on. And I don't want it to be a rectangle, so I'm putting these little crowny shapes. It'll look kind of like a crown when I'm done. These little arms coming up. And that is just to break it up and make it look a little more organic. And this here is a very hot glue gun, so it's coming out pretty liquidy. And that is very warm. So I'm going to leave it alone and go ahead and do another one. I happen to have 2 glue guns, so I put my white in one and my pink in the other. If you only have one, just go ahead and make dental plates until you are out of pink and put a white in behind it so that you'll get to the teeth when it's time to get to teeth. I'm going to keep making some dental plates. These are the same kind of teeth plates I use on my deranged masks, and I use them on a lot of stuff now. We're doing a Tooth Fairy Roamer character at Screams this year, and I'm making a bunch of teeth for her because these look really good. Okay, I've made my gum plates, and once they dry, I'll be able to just peel them up. Alright, so this is the one I made before, and I just stuck it to my new ones. But you can just peel them off. This material is called a Silpat, and the Silpat is fairly vital to what we are doing because hot glue does not stick to it. The way you make the teeth, these are the gum plates, is you just put your hot glue gun down and you squeeze and you put out a dollop of glue. I'm trying to make mine fairly realistic now, but you can do longer teeth, or if you just squeeze a lot and then a little bit as you drag away, you get a fat top on the tooth and then a narrow bottom. So you can mess with the way you extrude the glue, and that will get you different shapes of teeth. And as you can see, one glue stick will get you a bunch of teeth. Please excuse the mess that this Silpat is, but the way you get them to look like teeth, that's one that's already been cut. You're going to simply peel one up. These are really long and narrow teeth because I wanted them to look a special certain way, and then just snip the end off so that it is flat. You can see that these are going to look a lot like teeth when they are done. Sometimes they've got a little tag on the end, And you can just cut that off on that side and then cut off this end. And that makes them look much more teeth-like. If you just peel them up and set them down, that kind of looks like a tooth, but it doesn't have the end of a tooth. That blobbiness does not work. That looks much better, and you can see how much they look like teeth. I'm going to clip enough teeth in order to make a couple dental plates worth of teeth, and then we'll attach them to the gums. Okay. We're going to begin assembling our gums. It works better for me on a cooler temperature for the glue gun. This is a 2-temp glue gun. It'll go hot or it'll go cool. Cool melt works a little bit better for this part, in my opinion. You might like it better different. I like having a less amount but more control at this stage. And I just laid down one stream of glue, and I'm putting some teeth on to that stream. I'm not really worried about composition too much, about there's an incisor and whatever and whatever. I'm just putting down some teeth. Because when you're only doing 4 or 5 teeth at a time, like this particular plate, that doesn't matter so much. Okay, that's a start. I'm going to flip it over. And here's where it really starts to look like teeth and gums. And right now I'm just kind of lining the top of the tooth to give it another layer and to give it a little bit of depth. And then I'm just going to use the end of the glue gun and pull that out onto the plate in order to give just a little more texture. All right, now that right there is a good gnarly start on some nasty, nasty teeth. Put down another strip of glue on this plate. I'm going to set my teeth. And you can make it be any part of the gum you want. You want the big teeth off to the side? You can do that. Those are looking a little too straight for me, so I'm going to put in some funky side teeth here. I like to have a lot of teeth pointed in a lot of different directions, because that to me looks a little crazier, a little scarier too. It's one thing to be bitten by an animal, it's another thing to be bitten by an animal that does it inefficiently. I think it would hurt more. And again, I'm going to pull that down, pull it down. I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to grab one more little plate from over here. These two I cut upside down. By cutting them upside down and leaving the big rounded end, I've made some fangs. And even these other teeth that I haven't cut upside down, I can stick into that hot glue and push up. That gives me my bead and hides the square end and make a fang. I'm still going to go back with my hot glue and emphasize in between the teeth and kind of marry these two together by putting a little more glue down and spreading out what I've got. The more texture and webbing I've got right there, actually the better. So I've got three very distinctly different tooth plates from that same technique. And you can see how you can control what kind of teeth you get. To finish them, once they are cool, this is my coolest one. Very simple. I use a leather stain. This is a Tandy Leather Range Tan stain. And this is an antique leather stain. This is actually a dye. It's lighter. All right, it's a thinner stuff. And I want to stain definitely the tops of the teeth, but normally I just do the whole tooth. I'm just kind of liberal with this because this is just a great color of nasty. If there's a color I don't want my teeth to be, it's range tan. And then I'm using my finger, and I probably should use a Q-tip or something, to just take some stain off. But you can see how I didn't get the stain that's on this tooth here, and that's good, because if you tried to brush, you're not going to get the side of that tooth because of that weird tooth up on top. So I'm going to get that one setting up here because I've already stained it a bit. I'm going to leave a little bit more on the tops of the teeth because I want that to stay up there. And you can leave as much or as little as you like, just let it dry. And this set I will do differently. This is an antique tan. It's a thicker product, and this you do the antique technique that I'm very usy of. I use it a lot. And you just paint the whole thing with the antique. And once again, you probably should not use your finger like I'm about to do, because this is leather stain and people are leather. But you can see how this thank you. You can see how this leaves a thicker, nastier set of teeth. This set here, I'm looking at those. These are really monstery, so I'm going to go ahead and use the antique on them. I like that. Get back there behind them too. And that's why all those webs are important than just the glue that you pulled back, because those little areas will catch this antique stain. go. And then this one that I put just a little bit on up at the tops of the teeth, I'm going to take off. But I still like that a little better. Just more dramatic. I'm taking a little bit of my blood gel, which is my clear glue and red food coloring. And I'm going to treat these gums, because I don't think pink pristine gums are the way to go. And under here is a good spot to put a little bit more of that. I do not mind there being a bit of blood on the teeth. If your teeth were removed in this fashion, I would assume there would be some blood on them. That's super nasty right there. This one I'll go a little bit lighter with the blood gel. Here is a finished tooth plate that I have put onto one of my deranged masks, which is for sale. Alright, but this deranged mask you'll actually recognize, because this is the eye and the ears and the nose that I did on another YouTube Wednesday. But the tooth plate here, you can see it's got some screws in it and such. Well, those aren't real screws, because that wouldn't be good for an actor. What those are, those are these little beauties. Open this up. And they are little fake brads for scrapbooking that bend open. So because these are just hot glue plates, I can push them through the hot glue, bend it open on the back side, and then it looks like those are screwed on. So these guys, they're about $5 or $6 for 50 of them. So they're not terribly expensive, and they look really cool. And if you are a single man, you have to go into the scrapbooking section to get them, and you can meet some ladies who are probably scrapbooking their family, so it's probably not a good idea. Stick to the supermarket. Okay. That's teeth.